Gloucestershire GP Ellie Aston has been stalked by a former patient since 2009. It started with cards and flowers, but after being warned off by Ellie's practice, he became threatening. Over the 8 years he's been fixated with Ellie, he's targeted her home and 2 young children. He's currently in prison. She's never free.
And there isn't an aspect of my life that hasn't been affected by it. I've become somebody that I never anticipated I would be. I started off as a professional, independent, strong woman. I'd worked hard to get where I was, and I was reduced at times to a gibbering wreck, for want of a better word, just jumpy, anxious all the time, and incapable of functioning as a normal human being. I've managed to claw it back with the help of my family and friends and therapy, but it's always on a knife edge, and it's something that I'm very, very worried about when he comes out of prison again, of whether I fall back into that black hole.
Coping with stalking is hard enough, but widespread failure to grasp the seriousness of the crime makes the experience even harder.
You can start to doubt your own reality. And I think people need to understand that this is not a joke, it's not funny. It might start off like looking like, oh yeah, it's a bit of fun, somebody's got a real thing for you, you should be flattered. No, you shouldn't be flattered. It can lead to very, very dangerous behaviour.
That's something Nick Gazzard knows only too well. His 20-year-old daughter Hollie was murdered by her ex-partner. He'd been stalking her before the fatal attack.
The constant text, the constant telephone calls, the constant contact was really unwanted. And those were things which Hollie really didn't know how to deal with, and that's why she called the police on that particular Saturday. When Hollie phoned the police on that Saturday evening and told them what happened, they didn't identify that Hollie was subjected to an element of stalking. And as a result of that, they didn't put into place the right measures and processes that they should have done.
5 days after Hollie's call to the police, she was stabbed to death. Nick's convinced the murder could have been avoided if Hollie's ex-partner's behaviour had been identified as stalking and the risk she faced had been managed. He doesn't want this to happen to anyone else's family. So 3 years on, the charity established in her name, Hollie Gazzard Trust, is funding the setting up of a specialist stalking support service for Hollie's home county of Gloucestershire. From now on, agencies dealing with the public will be trained to spot the signs of stalking, and victims will be better supported.
It's all about a confidence in our response, so we need to make sure that the public understand what stalking is and when it's a criminal offence. We need our police officers to understand what stalking is and what's the appropriate response, and also across the county with our partners we need to make sure that we're working together to tackle this behaviour and make sure it makes a difference, thereby keeping people safe.
Managed by Gloucestershire Domestic Abuse Support Service and Gloucestershire Constabulary, the Stalking Support Service will shine a spotlight on this crime and aims to protect the public from some of the county's most dangerous offenders.